नमस्ते। हम हमारे नए वीडियो के साथ हाजिर हैं। आज हम बात करेंगे फादर सेड्रिक प्रकाश से, जो ह्यूमन राइट एक्टिविस्ट हैं। बहुत अवॉर्डेड पर्सनालिटी हैं वो, और उनने कई क्षेत्रों में अपना योगदान दिया है। वेलकम टू आवर शो, फादर सेड्रिक। थैंक यू फॉर स्पीकिंग टू अस। इट्स ऑलवेज अ प्लेजर टू टॉक टू यू।
Thank you, Sonal Kellogg, for inviting me to your program. As I said earlier, I feel very happy and a great privilege to speak at your program and to be interviewed by you. Thank you.
Today we are going to speak on a rather sad incident. We want to specifically speak about the Father Stan Swamy Memorial Lecture, which was organized at St. Xaviers College in Mumbai. And I have learned that you are an alumnus from that college. That is one. And we also want to know, how did you know Father Stan Swamy and whether you knew him personally. So we'll begin with, tell me about uh, your association with Father Stan Swamy.
Yeah, thank you, Sonal. Actually, I'm speaking with a very, very heavy heart. Like so many of us, today we are saddened, shocked. Some of us are angry, some of us are upset. Um, St. Xavier's College, Mumbai is my alma mater. I studied in that college from 1968 to 1972. 69 was our centenary year, 100 years, and it was a great time. Today, all of us belonging to that group are in our 70s, 80s. We are no longer young, but we still have fond memories of that institution. Our 4 years together in that great college. I will always take pride that I belong to St. Xavier's College, Bombay, and that's my alma mater. Unfortunately, on the 9th of this month, August, it is the World Indigenous Peoples Day. And St. Xavier's College had organized their usual Stan Memorial Lecture in honor of Father Stan Swamy. Now, I would like to put on record that I first knew Father Stan Swamy. I met him when I was a student in St. Xavier's College. I had gone for a program to the Indian Social Institute in Bangalore, where he was assisting the others. And later on, he became the director there after his studies and so on. And since then, I've been, for more than 50, 55 years, I've been in touch till he died in 2021 on the 5th of July. I've been in touch with Father Stan Swamy, and we have been very, very good friends. I loved him. And for me, he was an icon. He was an inspiration. He was, in a way, my mentor, my motivator. So, in fact, when he was arrested on the 8th of October 2020 and sent to Taloja jail, I think I and several others across the board, you know, people who were youth under him, uh, just lost it. We were angry, we were upset. And then we followed him all through the trial. And then we believed that when he died on the 5th of July 2021, it was institutional murder. The state, the unjust system killed him. He's a martyr for justice. The third point I would like to make is that I'm a Jesuit. Stan Swamy was a Jesuit. St. Xavier's College, Mumbai, is a Jesuit college. And when I joined the Society of Jesus in 1974, here in Ahmedabad, Gujarat, what the Society of Jesus gave us in the context of the 32nd General Congregation, which was in 75, 76, 77, a direct mandate that if we have to have faith, we have to work for justice. Yes, is the faith and justice mandate, we called him. And I know Stan Swamy believed in it. He was inspired very much by the Vatican Council, which said that the church is to be at the service of the people. It cannot be away from the people. It cannot be excluding the people. It should be on a pilgrimage, accompanying the people of God. For Stan Swamy, the heroes were people like Don Helder Camara and even Arupe, who was the then general of the Society of Jesus, one of my heroes too. Father Pedro Arupe lived in the when Hiroshima was bombed, and he made the novitiate, the Jesuit place, a field hospital. And he has written very beautifully of how people who lost everything still had hope in their eyes. You know, Father Pedro Arupe was what we call our superior general, and Stan Swamy was inspired by him, and I too have been inspired by him all these years.
Right. So, in this particular incident, ABVP has actually opposed this memorial lecture. What do you have to say about that? And the history of St. Xavier's College in Mumbai.
Yeah, see, now this particular lecture was going to be given by another Jesuit called Prem Khalko. He is a professor in the Gregorian University. It's a very big worldwide university. He's an Indian tribal himself, an Adivasi, but he's teaching there. And he was going to give a virtual talk organized by the Department of Interreligious Studies of St. Xavier's College. And he was speaking about migration. He was going to speak about do migrants have hope? Can the troubles that migrants face can be they are people with resilience? Can we provide them hope? And that lecture, they on the 4th of this month of August, they go to the principal, um, give a memorandum to them, asking two things, saying two or three things. One is that Stan Swamy was anti-national, and things like that. How can you have um, a lecture in his honor? And secondly, they demanded the cancellation of the lecture. Unfortunately, the college administration acquiesced. They agreed to their demands and cancelled the lecture. Now, this particular act of St. Xavier's College, Mumbai, has sent shock waves to all.
Yes.
We have very illustrious alumni, top people. They have been posting on Facebook, on Twitter, on their Twitter handles. They have been writing about it. The media has been commenting about it. How could St. Xavier's College do it? For three things. One is we have already had a meeting that we need to take Stan's legacy beyond. He has left us a rich legacy. Some people, even the tribals, Adivasis, regard him as a saint. In the last couple of months, I've been twice to the center. He started in Ranchi, called Bagaicha, and I stayed, lived in his room. I was the first person, in fact, there. Now they have made it in a kind of a museum. A couple of years ago, a little after he died. But Stan's legacy is this: he accompanied people, the Adivasis, the other subalterns like the Dalits, the vulnerable sections of society, in their quest for Jal, Jungle, or Jameen, for natural resources which is rightfully theirs, for their identity, and ultimately for their dignity. That is the first legacy he is. The second thing he has left us is that how do we create a more equitable society? As Mahatma Gandhi used to say, koi unch nati, koi nich nati, hum sab ek hai. Uh, that is important. How do we create a more egalitarian society in which, so right from the beginning, he lived in an Adivasi village. He ate their food. He sang their songs. He danced their dances. He became one with them. And Adivasi dances are very beautiful. They hold each other. And that was that unity and diversity. That is the harmony. That was the second legacy he has left all of us. How do we create a more egalitarian, equitable, harmonious society? The third is also important, and this he has addressed to Jesuit educators and to educators. How do we create women and men for others? Right? That even our education institution respond to the cries of those who are the lost, the least, the last, and the lonely. And I think that is very important what Stan Swamy has left us.
And in this kind of scenario, in his legacy, ABVP is calling him anti-national, though he hasn't been. There's nothing been proved. In fact, his matter is still in court. So that has hurt a lot of people, actually.
Yes, definitely. Now, the point is when he died on the 5th of July 2021, see, technically and legally, the case is closed. But the Jamshedpur Jesuits, he belonged to the Jamshedpur Jesuits, still wanted him to be exonerated, to be proved innocent. So we have an excellent team of lawyers. Father Fraser Mascarenhas, a former principal of St. Xavier's College, okay, retired principal, who was literally there when Stan Swamy died in Bandra on the 5th of July, is designated as the one who would represent the Jamshedpur Jesuits in the court. Now, we said, do not close the case until you declare Stan Swamy innocent or guilty, prove him guilty. Now, he died in 2021. It's already more than 4 years since he has died, and the special core of the National Investigative Agency is still dilly-dallying. Judges after judges are rescuing themselves. And why? Because they know there is only one option in this. Stan Swamy is innocent, and they have to declare him. And no judge wants, in a way, in truth, to bell the cat. Now, what the ABVP says is patently wrong, is unconstitutional when they glorify Godse and have statues and so on, and we all know who has killed Mahatma Gandhi. When this is done, how is that? Who gives them the illegitimate authority to go into a college and demand, the cancellation of a lecture? It goes against academic freedom. It goes against a more liberal and holistic education. It goes against the constitutional rights which every single citizen has, the freedom of speech and expression, and perhaps even the right to dissent. They can say we don't agree with it, but then they should not have demanded the cancellation. And we of St. Xavier's College, Mumbai, I mean, my Jesuits and my colleagues and collaborators there should not have cancelled that lecture.
What do you say will be the repercussions of this now that this has happened, and this is a huge institute and has such a legacy? That how will that play out with other institutes and smaller,
Yes, I'm sure it will have repercussions. The only way by which perhaps St. Xavier's College and all of us can save the situation is that St. Xavier's College still holds the lecture to say, now with greater discernment and greater wisdom, and keeping in mind what a lot of our stakeholders, ex-students, students, staff would like, we are still going to hold the lecture. And we don't agree, call for police protection. We have a right to have it. They have no right to storm into our institution. No one gives them the power. The point is, it's a fascist organization. It is a fundamentalist organization, and very often they tend to fanaticism. And but we should not give in to him. Once we give in to him, there will be serious repercussions on the secular fabric of the country, on the nature of who we are as Indian citizens, the diversity, the pluralism, and the ability to have the freedom of speech and expression, and even the right to dissent.
Yeah, so we are actually in a very sad situation at present.
Very sad. I want to end with the words of Father Stan Swamy. Truth must be spoken, right to dissent must be upheld, and justice must reach the doorsteps of the poor. That lecture, he fought that. You talk about global warming and climate change and so on, but whom are you going to give the collieries to there in Jharkhand and other parts? What are the natural resources being used for? Why are the Adivasis being deprived of their rights and the resources which belong to them? Truth. Satyamev Jayati is the motto of our country. Truth must prevail. And where Stan Swamy and this memorial lecture is concerned, truth must prevail.
Thank you for speaking to us. Thank you for being on our show. तो एक होपफुल नोट पे हमने इस एपिसोड को ख़त्म किया है. आपका क्या मानना है? डेफिनेटली हमारे वीडियोस पे कमेंट कीजिएगा, लाइक कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए और डेफिनेटली सब्सक्राइब कीजिए। नमस्ते।